Luke Perry was born on October 11th, 1966 in Mansfield, Ohio. His birth name was Coy Luther Perry III. He was an actor. He became a teen idol after his role of Dylan McKay on the teen drama TV series called Beverly Hills 90210. He was doing an autograph signing at a mall in 1991, and 10,000 girls showed up in a frenzy and rioted. He left right away. After high school, he moved to Los Angeles to pursue his dream of becoming an actor. He struggled at first, working various jobs to support himself. He said he was rejected 256 times before landing his first acting job. He appeared in a Twisted Sister video and 2 soap operas before Beverly Hills 90210. He was in a lot of movies, including Buffy the Vampire Slayer, 8 Seconds, The Fifth Element, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, just to name a few. He stayed busy on television and in Broadway plays. He also grabbed Howard Stern's buttocks. He became an advocate for colorectal cancer screenings after he found out he had precancerous growths in 2015. He had back surgery shortly before his death. He was married once and had 2 children. He died in 2019 after suffering an ischemic stroke. He had another massive stroke a few days later and he was taken off of life support. He was 52 years old. Bill Paxton was born on May 17, 1955 in Fort Worth, Texas. He's known for being an actor, musician, and filmmaker. I first noticed him in the 1985 movie called Weird Science. He played Chet, who was an abusive older brother to one of the main characters. He started out with small roles in Stripes, The Terminator, and Aliens. The most successful movie he was in was Titanic, which was released in 1997. He ate clam chowder with director James Cameron that was laced with PCP. He said he drank a case of beer and that helped him. He was in the movies Predator 2, Tombstone, True Lies, Apollo 13, Twister, and Mighty Joe Young, among many others. He acted in the 2012 TV miniseries called Hatfields and McCoys. He directed and appeared in the video for the Barnes & Barnes song called Fish Heads. Check it out if you don't know the song. You'll never be the same again. He was also in music videos from New Order and Limp Bizkit. He was in a band called Martini Ranch. He was married twice and had 2 children. He died in 2017 from a stroke after having 2 heart surgeries. He was 61 years old. Charlie Chaplin was born on April 16, 1889 in London, England. He was an actor, director, author, screenwriter, musician, producer, composer, and an editor. Words such as immortal, pioneer, influential, prolific, and iconic have often been used to describe him. He once said, "Humor heightens our sense of survival and preserves our sanity." He was given a 12-minute standing ovation at the 1972 Academy Awards, where he received an honorary award for the effect he had on the art of filmmaking. He won 3 Academy Awards. 2 were honorary. He grew up in extreme poverty. His father was an alcoholic who died young, and his mother was in and out of mental institutions. Charlie found sanctuary in performing. His silent film character called The Little Tramp is unforgettable. He helped form the film production company called United Artists. With films such as The Kid, The Immigrant, The Gold Rush, The Great Dictator, and Modern Times, it's easy to see why he will be remembered forever. In 1952, he moved to Switzerland after being accused of having communist ties and other personal drama. He had a series of strokes towards the end of his life. He was married 4 times and had 11 children. He died in 1977 from a stroke while he was sleeping. His body was stolen from a cemetery in 1978 and held for ransom. After being recovered, he was buried in a cement vault. He was 88 years old. Curly Howard was born on October 22, 1903 in Brooklyn, New York. His birth name was Jerome Lester Horwitz. He's known for being an actor. He played Curly in the farce comedy team called The Three Stooges. He was my favorite. Who was yours? He joined the Three Stooges in 1932. His nickname was Babe because he was the youngest child in his family. They started calling him Curly because Shemp's wife was also nicknamed Babe. Moe and Shemp were his actual brothers. Larry was a friend. He replaced Shemp, who got a good acting opportunity he couldn't turn down. Shemp would eventually replace Curly when he could no longer work. He had no formal training, but his comedy instincts made up for that. He was a good athlete and dancer in high school. This would be good for his physical humor. Starting in 1944, his health started slowly declining. He had hypertension as well as alcohol and gambling problems. A stroke in 1946 forced him to quit showbiz. He hoped to start filming again when or if he got better. He was married 4 times and had 2 children. He died in 1952 from multiple strokes. He was 48 years old. Jan Sterling was born on April 3, 1921 in New York City. Her birth name was Jane Sterling Adriance. She was a wonderful actress. She was a descendant of 2 former U.S. presidents, John Adams, and John Quincy Adams. She was very active during the 1950s, appearing in many films. She worked with a lot of big stars including John Wayne, Kirk Douglas, Robert Stack, Martin Sheen, Beau Bridges, Tony Curtis, and Humphrey Bogart in his last film. She won a Golden Globe, and she was nominated for an Academy Award for her performance in the 1954 film called The High and the Mighty. She had a lot of roles in plays and a few on TV. Her films included 1984, Ace in the Hole, Pony Express, Flesh and Fury, and Sky Full of Moon, among many others. She was almost a passenger on the ill-fated Hindenburg that went down in flames in 1937, but she decided to take a different form of transportation. She was married twice and had 2 children. She died in 2004 after suffering several strokes and a broken hip. She also had diabetes. She was 83 years old. Larry Fine was born on October 5, 1902 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. His birth name was Louis Feinberg. He was a member of the Three Stooges. He was in over 200 shorts and full-length movies. Their zany brand of humor has made millions of people laugh throughout the years. His frizzy hair, distinct voice, and reactions were so memorable. Moe, Curly, and Shemp were brothers. Larry was just a friend. I'm curious, who was your favorite stooge? He was way more than a goofball who was always tortured by Moe. It's hard to imagine Larry as a real, talented boxer. But he was. As a kid, his arm was burned by hydrochloric acid. His father used it to test if gold was real. Supposedly, Larry thought it was a drink, so he picked it up and almost put the bottle to his lips. His dad knocked it out of his hand, but some of the acid got on his arm. He needed a skin graft. The doctors recommended he take violin lessons as a form of therapy. He became so good at it that he played professionally. While playing in a vaudeville act, he met Shemp Howard and Ted Healy. Eventually, he started performing with them, and they evolved into what we now know as the Three Stooges. He wasn't very good with money. He had a gambling problem, and he'd loan people money and never ask for it back. He was married once and had 2 children. He had type 2 diabetes. He died in 1975 from several strokes. He was 72 years old. Raul Julia was born on March 9, 1940 in Floral Park, San Juan, Puerto Rico. His birth name was Raul Rafael Carlos Julia y Arcele. Let me catch my breath. He's known for being a fantastic actor. He won a Primetime Emmy Award, a Screen Actors Guild Award, and a Golden Globe. He's perhaps most well known for his role in 2 Addams Family movies. He played Gomez. He attended Fordham University and graduated from the University of Puerto Rico with a Bachelor of Arts degree. He started out acting in theater, and he was discovered by an actor named Orson Bean. He convinced Raul to move to New York City in 1964. His thick accent made it hard to find acting jobs at first. He worked on and off Broadway in many plays, and he started appearing on TV. Some of his films included Street Fighter, The Rookie, Presumed Innocent, Tequila Sunrise, and The Kiss of the Spider Woman, just to name a few. He was diagnosed with stomach cancer in 1991. He was married twice and had 2 children. He died in 1994 from complications from a stroke. He was 54 years old.